Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are cracking open Playbook '09 from the Income Systems AI series, and it's all about ad revenue stacking. Now, let's just jump right into the massive problem this playbook actually solves. Listen, most creators are severely under-monetizing their absolute best ideas. They're stuck on this exhausting treadmill, right? They research a great topic, publish one single piece of content, earn whatever that one source trickles in, and then immediately scramble to find the next idea. By doing this, they are literally leaving piles of money on the table. So today, we're looking at a highly tactical, incredibly practical business model that takes a single strong idea and transforms it into a multi-layered revenue ecosystem. And just to be clear up front, there's absolutely no fake guru hype here, no instant passive income nonsense. We're strictly looking at a structured blueprint for multiplying the returns on the intellectual property you're already creating.
The whole philosophy of this playbook really boils down to this one idea. Stop creating content. Start building revenue ecosystems. We've got to fundamentally shift away from that disposable content mindset, treating your hard work like it's just some quick snack to feed an algorithm for a few days. Instead, you've got to start treating every high-quality idea like a foundational asset, an asset that can be stacked, repurposed, and monetized across multiple layers all at the exact same time. And the financial reality of making this switch is actually pretty wild. The playbook breaks down the exact math for us. Let's say you have a killer idea for a tech tutorial. If you just publish a single optimized YouTube video, maybe it generates around $1,100 a month in ad revenue. Not bad, right? But if you take that exact same core intellectual effort and build it out into what the playbook calls a Contentcore ecosystem, suddenly that revenue jumps to over $2,500 a month. You're effectively multiplying your revenue by 3 to 5 times without needing to constantly brainstorm 3 to 5 times as many new ideas. It is the exact same foundational topic, just engineered to capture cash across the internet rather than being stuck on one single platform.
So here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the Contentcore revenue model itself. Then we'll break down Layer 1, YouTube anchors, Layer 2, blog display ads, Layer 3, free utility tools, and Layer 4, affiliate and email. Finally, we'll wrap up with scaling the synergy loop.
All right, let's dive into Section 1, the Contentcore revenue model. So what exactly is a content core? Basically, it's a single intellectual property asset that gets fully exploited across multiple platforms. In plain English, that means taking one highly researched, super strong topic and building it out into 4 interconnected layers. You've got your YouTube video, an SEO-optimized blog article, a free web-based tool, and a dedicated email sequence. Each of these 4 layers earns its own money, but the real magic, each layer constantly passes targeted traffic back and forth to the others. You aren't trying to run 4 separate businesses here. You are managing one topic that has 4 highly optimized catchers working together.
But here's where we separate the pros from the amateurs. Not every idea deserves this full ecosystem treatment. To protect your time, which is your most valuable asset, the playbook introduces a strict 6-point filter. Think of it as a gatekeeper. Before you build a content core, the topic has to pass all 6 tests. It needs over 10,000 monthly YouTube searches. The blog keyword difficulty, or KD, needs to be under 30 so you can actually rank on Google. There has to be an affiliate program paying at least $30 a sale. You must be able to build a simple tool around it. It absolutely has to be evergreen, meaning people care about it years from now, not just next week. And finally, it needs buyer intent. If your idea fails even one of those filters, it's just a standard piece of content, not a content core.
Moving right along to Section 2, Layer 1, YouTube anchors.
This breakdown of CPM completely shatters the old myth that more views automatically equal more money. The playbook gets into the weeds on how YouTube RPM actually works. That's what you actually get paid per 1,000 views. Turns out, your specific niche and your audience's geography dictate your baseline revenue way more than your view count ever will. For example, personal finance and B2B software, those can command CPMs anywhere from $22 to $50. But gaming, that usually sits way down at $4 to $10. A finance channel can literally earn 5 to 8 times more per view than a gaming channel. So if you want to stack revenue efficiently, you've got to pick a niche where advertisers are actually fighting to spend money. And once you're in the right niche, you have to engineer the video itself for maximum ad revenue. The playbook calls this retention engineering. You don't just turn on the camera and ramble, right? You structure it. You need an instant hook in the first 30 seconds, a preview of the promise. You've got to deliver the first real value by the 2-minute mark. You sprinkle in pattern interrupts every 90 seconds to wake the viewer's brain up. And here's the most critical part: keeping the video between 8 and 14 minutes long and engineering a massive rehook right around the 8-minute mark. Why? Because keeping viewers past 8 minutes unlocks mid-roll ads.
Placing those natural transitions is what dramatically boosts your overall RPM. Okay, on to section 3. Layer 2, blog, display, ads. Here's the thing about blog revenue. It is definitely not a static number. It's a progression. The playbook outlines what it calls the ad network ladder. When you're just starting out, you might use Google AdSense because there's no minimum traffic requirement. But as your ecosystem pumps more traffic, you climb that ladder. You graduate to Ezoic at around 10,000 sessions, then up to Mediavine at 50,000, and eventually to AdThrive or Raptive at 100,000 page views. Climbing this specific ladder and optimizing where those ads go, without totally ruining the user experience, of course, can literally double or even triple your revenue on the exact same amount of traffic. Now, I know what you're thinking. Writing a fresh 2,000-word SEO article sounds absolutely exhausting. Well, that's where the system does the heavy lifting. The playbook outlines a brilliant, repeatable 45-minute pipeline using AI to seamlessly turn your spoken video into a fully optimized article. You just extract the transcript, run it through an AI prompt to clean up the filler words, use your video timestamps to generate SEO headings, have the AI build some nice comparison tables to enrich the post, and drop in screenshots straight from your video. Boom! You aren't starting from a blank page, you're just reformatting your core idea to dominate a completely different search engine. That brings us to section 4, layer 3, free utility tools. So why build a tool? Because a simple utility tool does something a video or a blog post simply can't do. It solves a specific, immediate problem for the user. We're talking about minimum viable tools here. Things like compound interest calculators, keyword estimators, or simple code formatters. And before you panic, no, you literally do not need to be a software developer. The playbook shows how AI can write the basic HTML and JavaScript to build these calculators for you over a weekend. Here is the genius strategy. You let users run their calculations for free, but if they want to save or email their detailed report, they have to enter their email address. It becomes a completely passive, insanely high-converting lead generation machine. All right, section 5, layer 4, affiliate and email. Let's talk about affiliate stacking. Instead of just lazily dropping one random link in your description, you engineer a stack to capture every single type of buyer budget within that same topic. Your Tier 1 is your core premium recommendation. Maybe it's a $99 a month software that pays a fat commission. But inevitably, some viewers can't afford that, so you also offer a Tier 2 budget alternative, maybe $17 a month. Then you toss in Tier 3 supplementary products, like a relevant $15 Amazon book. You strategically place these options across your video, your blog, and your tool. By stacking them, you ensure that no matter how much money the viewer has to spend, you have a highly relevant monetization path waiting for them. So how do we guarantee people actually click those affiliate links? That's where the email sequence comes in. Remember those emails we captured with our free tool? The playbook walks us through an automated 9-day sequence using just 5 emails. On day 1, you deliver the tool results you promised. Day 2, you route them straight to your YouTube video, which sends massive positive signals to the algorithm. On day 4, you send them to your deep dive blog post, racking up display ad impressions. Day 6 introduces a soft, helpful affiliate pitch, and then day 9 hits them with a direct recommendation. This system routes every single subscriber through every layer of your ecosystem, maximizing your conversions entirely on autopilot. Finally, section 6, scaling the synergy loop. Let's look at the actual math for a single, fully optimized content core. It's a beautiful thing. Your YouTube anchor brings in $1,100. Your SEO blog layer scoops up another $1,050. The tool and affiliate integrations capture around $200, and your targeted email promotions add another $200. Total it all up, and you're looking at $2,550. But it's not just the money. It's the traffic flow. YouTube pushes people to the tool, the blog pushes people to YouTube, the tool builds your email list, and the email list pushes people back to everything else. This loop turns one solid idea into a compounding, multifaceted digital asset. And this brings up a crucial difference: platform-dependent versus owned audience revenue. This highlights exactly why that email layer is so vital. Look, YouTube and Google are incredible traffic engines, no doubt, but they are platform-dependent. If an algorithm changes overnight, your traffic can literally vanish. But your email list, that is owned audience revenue. You own it. No algorithm can take it away. It completely immunizes your business. Plus, every time you launch a brand new content core, that email list gives you an initial surge of guaranteed traffic, signaling value to the YouTube and Google algorithms and kickstarting the whole cycle all over again safely. Now, you can definitely mess this up if you aren't careful. The playbook is very clear about specific operational mistakes, which it calls revenue killers. For example,
Building your free tool before you've even validated the idea on YouTube, massive waste of time. Having zero link tracking means you literally have no idea what's actually making you money. Skipping the email sequence entirely leaves your highest converting layer totally empty. Chasing fleeting viral trends instead of evergreen topics guarantees your ecosystem will die in a month. And over-monetizing by cramming way too many links into your content just destroys user trust. You've got to follow the order of operations. So, what is the ultimate endgame of Playbook '09? Well, building one content core is a great proof of concept, but having 10 content cores, that is a revenue machine. The Playbook shows you how to systematize this entire thing into a 4-week production sprint. Week 1 is strictly research. Week 2 is shooting the video. Week 3 is the AI blog conversion. And Week 4 is building the tool and the email setup. Once you prove the concept works for you just once, you simply follow the standard operating procedure to scale up a whole portfolio of these high-earning ecosystems. Which brings us to the big, final question you have to ask yourself. Is your next content idea actually worth an ecosystem, or are you just blindly feeding the algorithm again? If you are sick of the exhausting content treadmill and you want to start building real, multi-layered, cash-flowing digital assets, this ad revenue stacking framework is exactly how you pull it off. Stop making single pieces of disposable content and start engineering actual revenue streams. Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next breakdown.